My name is William Taylor. I'm a 24-year-old independent young man who currently lives in an apartment in Evanston with 2 roommates.
When Will was born, the first year he was, brilliant, perfect baby. I mean, you couldn't tell anything was different. The thing that I picked up on immediately was when he should have been developing language, and he wasn't. He was mimicking sounds that he'd heard, he was making nonsense sounds, he was not using language to communicate. So we went to early intervention and we had him tested. And they said to us, Mr. and Mrs. Taylor, we think he's on the autism spectrum. And yeah, we were totally blown out of the water.
Once we accepted that he had a disability, I think our focus then was that we did not want his disability to stand in the way of him achieving anything that he wanted to.
And we didn't want that to define who he was. We weren't raising a disabled person. We were raising a person who happened to have a disability.
I remember when I first played piano, I was with a music therapist. It just sounded so cool.
He got accepted into Sen Arts, which is a performing arts school, but it was an honors program. And there was no way he was taking honors classes without support. That wasn't happening.
Where we finally found a place for him was at a private school. It was Luther North High School.
They had a band and a choir, and Will was in both. Sometimes in the concert, he'd be running back and forth. He'd sing with the choir, and then he'd run back and switch uniforms and play with the band.
After high school, William went to a 4-year college program, which is at Elmhurst University. On graduation, they had worked with him very well on how to do job interviews and so forth, and he interviewed at a Culver's.
When Culver's opened, they were hiring a lot of people and I was chosen. I take the train and walk around 4 blocks. I stuff food in bags and trays and give it to the customers.
So he was very active. What he was not doing was living independently. We heard about Center for Independent Futures from one of his previous therapists. We found out about the support that CIF gives for people living independently, and it was just the perfect situation for somebody like William, who is able to do a lot of things on his own, but needs guidance and support on a lot of practical things in living, which he had not really experienced yet.
Both Abby and Kevin taught me how to be kind to myself and think before I say something or do something. Kevin taught me how to cook safely and connect better with friends. Abby taught me how to have a meaningful conversation when walking with a partner and to listen closely and ask questions in housing group. Being independent is more than just living by myself and doing whatever I want. It involves taking responsibility and making safe and healthy decisions and helping myself.
I think the thing I'm most proud of is William's persistence. The fact that he wants to achieve, and when he has a goal, he will work toward it until he has achieved it.
I want to be a music teacher in an elementary school because I like how a school looks like. It's such an awesome place. I thought to myself, I want to be like this teacher.
Well, what they've done for William, they've also done for us, because what CIF has done is given us peace of mind.
This is the first time I have ever had this kind of life.